Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Under the Influence Podcast.
Episode 184. This nigga said episode. The liquor got his tongue.
Episode.
He tripped on the speed bump.
Nah, I was tripping off. We was at the gym earlier, and the maintenance man was running around like touch it with like a can of paint, like a roller, like a small roller.
No, he wasn't.
And he was like touching up the poles and stuff in there where like he saw nicks and marks.
Yeah.
But he had no wet paint signs or nothing. And this is like an active gym day. Like niggas is in there, right? So I said, so we all in there, Buster's in there. And so I said, man, he ain't put no motherfucking wet paint sign up or nothing like boom, boom. Buster goes, come on, bro. Here me go. They say paint, I paint. And you know that nigga don't tell jokes.
I was just going to say that.
He don't tell jokes. So when he did it, everybody was like, what?
That's what's up, though.
They say paint, I paint.
Why you do that, though? It's so true.
I said, all right, nigga. Oh, man.
Hey, Poppy, where you at? I live on the fifth
You
floor.
live on the floor, me don't give you nothing.
No fourth floor. I don't know.
He said, I give you $5. I don't know, I give you $5.
Poppy, I'll shoot you the fuck right here. It's okay. I'm at home.
Yeah, I'm at home. He put that down. They be watching us in the first few minutes.
That's why I didn't bring mine this week.
How you doing tonight, brother?
Shit, I'm feeling good.
Feeling good, feeling great?
Yeah.
Same.
I'm not up to
Same.
go on a journey yet, but it's coming.
Nigga, I've been waiting on that weather to break because
Yeah,
I didn't want to be on that journey in the cold.
me neither.
That would be terrible.
Horrible.
Yeah.
No good, very bad news.
But we getting around that time.
We gonna be like them niggas downtown. Nigga, shit off that K2.
Oh, no.
6 motherfuckers.
I seen that. Actually,
And they wasn't K2, but that's what they called it. The Katie.
them niggas was off that fence.
They was off something else. Yeah, they had to be.
Yeah, no, because, Doughboy sent me a video.
Transit. He working with that.
He-
You got to go through the transit center.
Yeah, he was walking because I was like, because when he sent it, I was like, damn, that's the thing. But then I was listening to the video, and it's his voice. Like he was taking the video.
Hey, you TikTok it?
He just sent it to me.
Okay.
He sent it to me because he sent it to me probably like 2 hours before they started reporting it.
Right.
Cause he's like, nigga, 6 motherfuckers in OD there at the same time, and you get he was walking through, and at first he wasn't saying nothing, so I didn't realize it was him recording. But then he worked down there, so the police down there know him.
Right.
So the police officers on the scene said something to him, and Lynn and Doughboy responded. I was like, nigga, so I hit him like, nigga, you recorded that? He's like, hell yeah.
That's
I said,
crazy.
Oh
man.
no.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They need to leave that shit alone. But
Man.
who am I to talk? I tried it when it first came out. I ain't gonna lie. When it first came
But
out.
see, this is the thing, because you and I know a couple other people. He talked about another pod.
Yeah.
Dan tried it,
Yeah.
and a few other people. Because when it first came out, it was just kind of advertised as the weed that niggas could smoke if they was.
And they could pass a drug test.
Yeah,
There you go.
and you and Dan and a couple other niggas I know fucked with that shit and said this is different.
Yeah. It wasn't.
I don't
The
want no
psychosis
process.
wasn't
Yeah.
the same.
That nigga Dan told me, he's like, nigga, I went into like a dark hole and it shot me back out a half an hour later, nigga, and I was like, nigga, never again.
No, straight up. And so
I said, you went to the sunken
and
place.
from
nigga.
there, I would never get the K2 or the Spice or whatever you want to call it now from the gas station ever.
Yeah.
I will always go to a head shop to make sure that it's clean. They know where the shit's coming from.
Yeah.
And all that. But
That shit did something. The gas station was crazy.
But then, even then, with that shit from the head shop, the psychosis wasn't the same. I smoke to eat sometimes.
yeah.
So I didn't
No,
like
people
I didn't like the fact that when I smoked it, I didn't feel hungry.
Yeah.
It didn't give me an
Kinda defeated
appetite.
my purpose.
Yeah, you know, I got the little
Yeah.
bit of the psychosis that I wanted, but
It's like, cause I've been around I've been around you chiefing ass people for most of my life. You know I don't partake. So I've managed to see like a lot of the different shit y'all use that shit for.
Yeah.
I'm using it for sleep. Y'all be using it for different shit to be prepared for the anxiety of the day.
Yeah.
Y'all be using it to eat.
Definitely to eat.
Yeah, like my last ex-wife, she would like a blunt would last her like all day.
I wish I was her.
So she would wake up in the morning, she hit that motherfucker a couple times before she got her day started. At some point in time, like after work, she would go into the room, hit that motherfucker a couple times again, usually before it was time to cook dinner. You know, and then when it was like after the shower, when it's like we was in bed getting ready, she smoked whatever was left, and that would put her to sleep.
Yes, sir.
And it wouldn't even be Fat Boys. It'd be
just personals.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you can handle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Fat Boys and shit. That all comes with partying and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when you by yourself, shit. I mean, when I first found cigarillos, they wasn't even that. Everybody's still smoking Philly blunts.
Phillies and Dutch Masters.
And Dutches, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So.
And the big swishers.
When I found cigarillos, because the first one I found with them was Garcia Vegas.
Yep.
And I was like, yo, these is cool. You know what I'm saying? I like a little personal shit, but now I'm down to joints, so.
Yeah, I used to watch my sister, Talana, she always used to smoke backwoods. And she would be tearing them motherfuckers down and making personals.
Yeah.
She'd take that big ass leaf and make 3 blunts out of that bitch.
She could.
I mean, she'd be rolling pinners by the solo. And then, like, her dude, he dead now, Butch, rest in peace. But, like, when he was alive, he'd come in and pull the whole leaf out and roll a big ass hook. But, like, when she was just there by herself, pinner time.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Pinner time. You got any RIPs?
I have no RIPs.
I got one. It is very unfortunate. Because he was last week's Melanated Magnificence.
Who?
Junior Bridgman, the ex-NBA player who just became a billionaire.
Well, what? Oh, he died?
He just
old
passed.
age?
Fast, some type of real sudden. Family's really being
he
quiet
was
about it. He was 71.
Older. Yeah, there we go.
He's 71. The family's being real quiet about it. They just said that he's passed because, you know, they sent a big shock around the world. Because I didn't realize when we was talking about him.
As he was sick or something?
No, I didn't say nothing about him being sick. But when we was talking about him last week and how he became a billionaire,
yeah,
I didn't realize that one of the reasons he became a billionaire is because he ended up owning like 15% of the Milwaukee Bucks, making him a large minority stake owner in the franchise.
That's dope.
Yeah. And that's where it kind of pushed him over. And I realized he was from Kentucky.
Oh,
like he from right around here, man. So yeah, Junior Bridgman died at 71. I sat here for 30 minutes before we recorded trying to figure out if they had released any cause of death, and all they talked about was what all he had accomplished. And that's great for that to be his legacy, but we talked about that in the last pod, so rest in peace, Junior Bridgman, man.
Rest in peace.
Nigga cracked $1 billion and died. He said he survived by a couple kids and his wife and the kids, so the money will probably be dispersed. He got a fuck ton of businesses, though. I wonder how they got that set up. That's a different type of thing when you got to worry about that type of shit.
Shit, you ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
When you start playing with that type of shit, you got to start setting up trusts and things to manage your shit. And
wheels.
Yeah. When you know the
power of attorney.
And then you can put, because I was looking at some people, some more wealthier people that I was watching, they was talking about, they was talking about like being able to set up stipulations for how the money is dispersed and when you can get it. Like, you can set up stipulations to where like your kids can get X, Y, and Z, but they gotta accomplish this first. So if you decide not to go to college and don't get your degree, you don't get none of this money. Because I ain't just want you to have this money to fuck off. I want you to do something with your life. So you can set up stipulations. You can set up shit like how like motherfuckers will have like gyms and shit named after them after schools.
Yeah.
You can set up the money to where I'll donate this out of my will to this school, but I want the gym named after me.
Right.
And if you ever change the name of that, y'all owe my estate that money back. Like, you can set that shit up. The motherfuckers got to agree to it, but you can set it all up.
Tell you who didn't do it. The mayor.
Mary did, yet.
She named the ice rink after her daughter.
Oh, shit.
And that motherfucker is no justice. That's her daughter's name.
Justice?
Yeah. It's called Just Ice Rink.
Mm.
It looks horrible now, bro.
She's a fucking dummy. That's what you told me. She didn't, she didn't do anything to maintain it.
She blames the trustees for not allowing her to maintain.
Man, listen, she just like any other nigga that go buy a Mercedes and don't realize oil change is $1,000.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she is.
Bitch tried to buy little pad ices from, the little ices you can put in your house?
Yeah.
Just so they could skate on, the little synthetic ice.
Yeah.
Or what, she tried to buy that for the rent. $40,000 worth.
Oh my God. I said, yeah, she just like any other nigga that get a hold of some money and do some shit. And they go buy a 2006 Mercedes because it's $3,500 now, and they don't realize that the oil change on a 2025 Mercedes is $1,000. Oil change on 2006 Mercedes $1,000. So next thing you know, that motherfucker raggedy somewhere.
For $3,500.
Yeah.
Now I got some. Would you got any more RP?
No, that's the only one I could think of. Another one is personal. Hold on. My man, Randy Wells just lost his brother.
I saw that. So I didn't know
Raymond. Yeah. He lost his brother Raymond Wells. I knew Raymond well enough. He used to run with Dex and them.
Smith.
Mm-hmm. The one that died, Dexter Smith.
Yeah.
He used to run with Dex and KG, Corey Gillespie, and what's my other nigga name, man? He's with KG all the time, but he used to run with them. And so I knew Raymond, and I knew Raymond loosely, but Randy's my guy. We used to work out together, and
Okay.
Randy was the mailman around here for a while.
Okay.
And we worked out a lot. Man. They were just good niggas. I'm not sure on what happened to him, but man, rest in peace, Raymond. Rest in peace, Raymond Wells, man. Good nigga from what I knew.
That's what's up.
Not sure on what
No,
happened
I'm
to
kidding.
him.
Rest in peace. I was saying that's what's up to him being a good nigga.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because at first I didn't realize it was him because everybody just kept saying Wells.
Yeah, and I
Rest
thought
in
it
peace,
was Randy.
Wells. Yeah, so did I.
Because first off, somebody had.
That's the
Randy
first thing I
in
thought.
the
It was like,
tag.
hey, keep prayers for Randy.
Right.
And I'm like, nah, my nigga ain't done. And I was like, damn, it's his brother though, but still, yeah.
No.
So I don't know what happened to Raymond, man, but good nigga from like what I said, good nigga from what I know, man. So rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And that's the last of the rest in pieces.
Well, we going on to some more because he moved on.
Uh-oh.
It says he moved on, so she killed his new girlfriend and cops found $500,000 in his house.
What?
Yeah, Julie Johnson was a hardworking single mother, loved by many, with a beautiful spirit that radiated around her. And on January 2007, the 34-year-old mother of Oak Park, Michigan, was dating 44-year-old Jimmy Terrell Latner, and then Jim's ex-girlfriend, Marcy. Yeah, Marcy Griffin is also the mother of two of his children. As according to the police department on January 13, 2027, officers responded to the Stone Ridge Heritage Village Department's warrant. They found Julie suffering from multiple gunshots, wounds outside the apartment, and she had been shot 7 times and was clinging to life at the scene.
Damn.
Says armed with the
Tore her ass up.
armed with the search warrant, police investigators discovered $533,000 inside of Jim's condominium, a 9mm Ruger with the serial numbers filed off, a bag of marijuana, and an additional $12,000 in cash inside his F-150 pickup
Let's
truck
get into it. He had a half a ticket.
parked in the driveway. Police
With 12 bands in the truck.
with 12 in the truck. They said police noted that the truck was equipped with custom-designed hidden compartments.
Yeah, he was getting to it.
It says initially investors theorized that Julie's death might be related to Jim, a known drug dealer who was on lifetime probation.
Damn.
As the investigation progressed, evidence pointed to 3 suspects: Marcy Griffin, George Ryder, and Eric Gibson. Marcy, Jim's ex-girlfriend, allegedly recruited her new boyfriend, George, Ryder and his friend Eric Gibson to kill Julie. Damn, not him, but Julie. It says court documents indicated that the text messages, cell phone data, and DNA evidence linked to the suspect's murder. Marcy was reportedly furious with Jim over his new relationship. Marcy, how do you feel being the new boyfriend?
You want to kill the ex? Yeah, we not.
You don't love me then.
Yeah.
Marcy and
But you know,
George.
I watch a lot of like Murder ID and shit
Yeah.
like that. But that shit is very common.
I see.
Them bitches be putting that shit into them weird.
But
weak
usually
niggas.
it's chicks though.
Yeah,
She's getting her dude to do this to a chick.
yeah. Well, nigga, that happens all. Nigga, watch the Murder ID channel.
Okay.
They be going after them niggas that don't never get no pussy, and putting it on them. And you see that one, the one bitch we talked about, the gypsy bitch got that weird nigga to kill her mama.
Yeah.
They be going, Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose, yes.
They be going after them niggas that really ain't never had none in their life, and they showing some affection, and they can get them to do anything they want them to do.
What's the nigga name on Players Club?
Myron.
Yeah, I watch you get home.
Yeah, Myron. Myron,
sure-
leave it when you follow
I'll
me,
make
Myron.
sure, Diamond. I'll make sure you get home. Now let me in. But it says Marcy and George exchanged text messages on the morning of the murder, celebrating the plan.
Damn.
George says, "Good morning, sunshine. Today is a beautiful day, Friday the 13th." And Marcy, LOL, says in 2019, Marcy Griffin, George Ryder, and Eric Gibson were sentenced to life in prison without parole for the murder. Of Julie Johnson. It says, from their conversations, that you are all full of shit. Like for real, you are really full of shit, Marcy. Julie's daughter, Julie's daughter, Kiara Johnson, cried out in court. I don't know what my mama did to you. I really don't. But I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Literally nobody. And, yeah, so what was the purpose of... If this happened in 2017, maybe she just got tried or something. I don't know.
Probably just tried or probably going up for appeal or...
But they ain't saying nothing. They just... Yeah, this is how it cuts off.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's the entirety of the article. I didn't leave shit out.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
that's weird.
I got an update. I think we talked about Buddy before.
Who that is?
The Philadelphia man who had been wrongfully incarcerated for a bunch of years ended up winning like 4.1 million. And then
That's the one that got us here, Grandma?
no, he's going back to jail for killing a nigga that owed him $1,200.
Oh, yeah, that the guy, yeah. He's already used to it.
With remember we talked about it, it had just happened.
Yeah.
I think he just got convicted.
Okay.
A Philadelphia man who was previously exonerated and awarded $4.1 million for overturned murder conviction is heading back to prison after being sentenced to 66 years in prison for killing a man over $1,200 drug debt. Sean Thomas, who was paid $4.1 million by the city of Philadelphia after serving 24 years in prison for a previous murder he said he didn't commit, was sentenced on Friday to 66 years in prison for fatally shooting Akeem Edwards in January 2023. Thomas's girlfriend at the time acted as a getaway driver, and in the weeks and months that followed, he threatened her and then later put out a hit on her to try to keep her from cooperating with police. Thomas, who is 50 now, pled guilty to third-degree murder, conspiracy, witness intimidation, and retaliation crimes last year. He was sentenced to 66 years.
Yeah.
If he don't know no better. If he's just now 50 and spent 24 years in prison,
That's what I was saying last time. Like, that's why he went back.
yeah,
He was missing it. He was like,
He was missing
"Fuck
it."
I don't care about this 1.4.
4.1.
Oh, shit.
4.1.
Yeah, he's dumb.
Yeah. It wasn't 1.4.
He should have just went and made an island, bought an island, and had his own Kumite.
That nigga was still somewhere trapping because it said the man owed him $1,200 on a drug debt. That nigga got out with 4.1 million, decided to be a drug kingpin.
I mean, that's what prison did to him.
Yeah.
Nigga, I would have never borrowed that 1,200. I just chopped the nigga foot off or something. I would have never killed him. 1,200. You got 4.1 million.
First of all, if I got 4.1 million, I don't have enough dealings with drugs for you to owe me that much money.
That's what I'm saying. And now I'm about to go on a world vacation.
Yeah.
How old was he? 50?
He's 50 now.
I be going around fucking everything. maybe he's a fleece.
Listen, bro.
Fleece Johnson.
If you put something like, if you'd put like $2 million into a savings account, fuck the stock market, fuck being smart, fuck any of that.
Just
if you
interest.
put like the interest would give him like $100,000 a year.
Hey, you should have did it, but you know.
Yeah, the interest would have gave him like $100,000 a year.
Niggas. He wanted to go back. He missed Ronaldo.
You give me 4.1 right now.
Said he wants some Ronaldo.
You give me like 4.1 right now. First of all, I'm not leaving here because I'm not running from nothing. So, but I would move a little more on the outskirts.
Yeah.
I spend about $500 on the house. I buy it flat out. I take 1.5 and put it into, I play with the stock market, so I take like 1.5 and put it into like a flat out savings account. Then I put like I put like 700,000 into the stock market, and I just live off the rest of that shit. I live off the residuals.
Just chill out, be humble.
Yeah. Because
Why not?
if I buy me a nice cool car,
It's gonna ride out.
but also I'm not a nigga that ain't never had shit. So it's not like I'm gonna like lose my mind. Like I got
Right.
yeah. So yeah, you give me 4.1 right now. I'm gonna put at least $2 million of that into shit that's gonna make me money. And I ain't talking about
right now. You ain't gonna see me.
I say, and I ain't talking about no motherfucking well wishing ass. Let's buy a car wash and blah blah blah. No, I'm talking about solid stocks and a savings account.
I ain't gonna do all that. I'm going right to South America. I'm gonna be standing on top of somebody's waterfall meditating.
I got too many kids and shit to do that. But I would vacation a lot.
Yeah.
I'd have to have a home base, but I would do a
of
lot of
course.
vacationing.
Then I go over to China and I buy an apartment building because I don't have to pay taxes after I buy the apartment
Listen.
building. I own it for the rest of my fucking life and whoever I give it to.
My plan with that money would be to put it where it's supposed to go, to where the residuals and the kickbacks off of it would mean that I wouldn't have to work anymore. Because if I can't live off of $100,000 to $150,000 of profit a year, then I've lost my mind.
Hell yeah.
It's crazy how you could live off of 30 grand when you was broke, but you get a hold of some millions, you can't live off $100,000 a year now.
Shit. It's because
And
you're
if-
doing too much.
Yeah, and if you do, like I said, if I go buy the house, buy the car flat out, like that minimalizes my monthly output.
Yeah.
Nigga,
I'm
I'm
saying.
gonna spend so much time in some nice shit.
In some nice places. Well, I tell you who ain't.
Who?
We got this Family Dollar spree. It says the Family Dollar employee is caught on surveillance footage using scanning tricks for weeks undetected, stealing $7,500 for weeks. You only got $7,500.
It's the dollar store.
I don't care. We gonna just for weeks. But I she was trying to probably be quiet. Well, I think what happened before I read this is she got a little excited and told somebody, and they got caught.
And they got caught and told on her.
Yep, and they did an
They probably
investigation
didn't.
on
They
it.
probably didn't legitimately catch her.
That's what I'm saying. So it says a cashier was caught on camera stealing thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. Oh, shit. Jacqueline Hendricks, 21. Of course, she's going to be young. Arrested last week and charged with theft after stealing $7,500 from the Family Dollar she worked at.
That's the whole store. She stole aisle 1, 2, 3, and 4.
It's that and the big ticket items behind the counter.
Yeah, all the headphones and the Bluetooth speakers and
The ones that you be seeing that the Mexicans have on the corner out of the trucks.
Yeah.
Hendricks was reportedly caught on camera, not scanning customers' items, but still putting them in the bag. The loss prevention team at the Family Dollar in Memphis, Tennessee, reported that Hendricks' actions cost the store $7,528 in merchandise between July 3rd and August 22nd, 2023. Why so old? Yeah, that was it.
I used to have one, that one that's closed down, so I can tell what was going on. The one right here on 30th and German Church next to the gas station. Because they opened up that Dollar Tree across the store, but there was a Family Dollar right there that's closed now.
Hold on. You know I used to live over there, so that Family Dollar is gone.
Right on 30th and German Church?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one next to the gas station.
When I first moved over there, well, I moved over there, and I started staying over there. That's when they first
When they built it.
Yeah.
It's just empty now.
God
Yeah, and the crazy part is, I'll tell you what I was so shitty about. Because you know there was a CVS across the street.
Yeah.
They turned that into like a giant Dollar General. They call them like DG Grocery or DG.
Because they are the same shit. Family Dollar, Dollar General, Dollar Tree. They are the same umbrella company.
They turned that one into like a big ass one, so it's got like actual groceries and shit in it.
Yeah.
Like the coolers and shit. It's eggs. It's like and it's big. So they closed that one across the street down, but the one was open, so I just been going to it, and I was looking across the street like, man, they busy as hell. That's why I wasn't going over there. Come to find out, the reason they was so busy is because they had a 75% off everything in the store sale for like 2 weeks straight to clear that fucking place out before they closed it down. And I didn't go over there and buy nothing. But I am so angry about it. But what I'll tell you is, for a little bit, this is post pandemic. I had a motherfucker in there, little brother, she's friends with me on Facebook. I could get whatever the fuck I had in my cart for $50. Like it'd be $200 worth of shit, and she'd do that fake scan shit, and I'd give her $50, and she'd put that $50 in her pocket.
Dope.
I'd text her, "You at work?" She's like, "Yep." I go get all my household needs.
Say, I need you.
Yeah, I'm on the way. But yeah, it's closed down, bro.
I didn't know
It's
that.
a fucking taco truck in the parking lot, and that's the only activity over there.
They still ain't put a restaurant on the end of that where the liquor store is and the gas station?
Nope, it's just it looks like they're the shits. If you pull up to the window and look in there,
Yeah.
you can see the shit inside.
Because wasn't that originally supposed to be a Mr. Dance? It was supposed to be one of the Mr. Dance.
I don't know.
Because remember they put one on
Yeah,
Washington Street?
they had them signs up, and it never
They never came
happened.
through. They just had the little black and white
Yep.
sign. They never had the actual.
Yeah, because that
I was about to be happy than a motherfucker. Bro.
Yeah, because initially the gas station was there, and the other buildings, the one right there was blank, but the one on the very end was supposed to be Mr. Dan's, and they ended up opening that liquor store. It's called Brothers Liquor. And if you look at the last building, it looks like it's got, like if you pull up and just look in the window, it looks like it's got
Like counters and shit, right?
restaurant equipment and shit
Yeah.
in there, but then it also looks like they're using it for like storage for the liquor store and
Right,
shit,
right.
because the same people own the whole
Hey, but
shit.
do that. I never really went into that gas station like that. I mean, just to get blunts and shit. But I never really shopped in there. Did they have a food section open now, like chicken wings and shit like that?
They had one, and then they shut it down. And I think
Okay.
they shut it down because I think they banking on opening a restaurant back there.
All right, because when I lived over there, they didn't have it. Was set up, but it wasn't never.
But it
ran.
wasn't going.
Yeah, never.
And they lost their ability to take food stamps. So I don't know what the fuck they can't take EBT no more.
Oh shit!
They was doing some funny business.
Or they probably getting scammed.
Yeah. But usually that means funny business.
No.
Because the one on I remember the one on 38th and Emerson back in the day when you used to stay in Lamplighter. Nigga, you could go in that motherfucker, buy some shoes, Swishers, some Newports, a t-shirt, and 20 on pump 3 and swipe that motherfucking EBT card. They bring all that shit up like they bring it all up like potato chips. And they used to, I don't know what type of plug they used to have. They used to have Air Force Ones in that motherfucker,
They
nigga.
said you buy it, you pay to fry.
Bro, they used to have real deal Air Force Ones in that motherfucker. You know, I stay right there. I live right there in Lamplighter. Nigga, I go down to that motherfucker. Let me get 20 on 3. Let me get a 4X, well, 4X tall white tee, because that was back in them days.
Yeah.
4X tall white tee, a pair of them all white Forces, pack of Newport Hunters in the box. Nigga, this liquor right here, because they sold liquor in that motherfucker too.
Yeah.
And get a nigga 6-piece wing, a couple wedges, and a biscuit around this bitch. Nigga, swipe that motherfucking EBT. Nigga, I remember when it was on the news, they raided that motherfucker and hit them. Nigga, they ended up finding like a house where they had like behind it over there on Arthington. 'Cause you know Arthington is a little bit past Emerson.
Yeah.
They had one of them houses over there on Arthington, and they had like 8 undocumented motherfuckers living in there.
I remember that.
Yeah, and they had them cycling, working at the gas station, and going back. They had like $700,000 in cash.
You did say 38th and Emerson.
Emerson, yeah.
The big blue block motherfucking building that had the chicken place attached to it at one time. Yes, that motherfucker was.
Yeah.
It was the bodega of
Yeah.
bodegas.
Yes, that's what that motherfucker was.
Only
nigga.
thing that motherfucker was missing was the cat. It didn't have the cat and that bitch sleeping on the shit.
It might as well have though.
I had to think about it because I was like, "What's he talking about?"
Yeah, right there on the
Yes, now I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
now
like you said,
you know where I was at?
To it.
I was on 38th in Arlington. My mental.
Oh, you was over by
like,
Lefties and
what
the liquor store that was right there.
That liquor store is little. Like, what does he mean?
They knocked that liquor store down, made it a gas station.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That's how far back I was going.
You been over there lately? Seen that old Eskenazi Plaza they built and all that shit?
Is the black grocery store still there?
It's not black no more.
What do you mean?
White folks took it over.
Was
still
it
there?
Aldi's? Was it Trader Joe's?
No. It's still the same.
They kept the name?
They kept the name. It just ain't no niggas no more.
See, you niggas can't afford this.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, you niggas couldn't run it. Because remember, I don't ever remember when we reported on
food. That was exceptionally high, expensive.
Remember when we reported on it, what the plan was supposed to be was it was like state funded, or it was funded by those people that came over there and did all that. It was part of the agreement of them building that shit over there.
Mm-hmm.
And
in the library too, right?
Yeah, and it was supposed to be the niggas were supposed to work there and run it for a few years while being financially backed by the other people. Mm-hmm. And then once they got their feet wet enough and figured out how to do it, they were supposed to be able to take it over financially.
Right.
Them niggas couldn't even run it with the backing of the people, so they just kicked them out. And was like, nigga, it's ours now. And from what I understand, the shit in there is super fresh and good now. I'm just never over in that area
I've
enough
never
to
been
do
either. I might get a little cheeky one day and might go in there.
I tell you what, now that we talking about it, because I gotta go to my I gotta get a haircut in the morning, so I gotta go way on like 50 something Keystone. On the way back, I'm gonna pop my head in there, because when I get done getting the haircut, it'll be lunchtime. I'm gonna pop my head in there and see if I see something I want to buy. I'm gonna give it one shot.
Do a TikTok.
I probably should.
Yeah.
I need to get my engagement up on that motherfucker.
I'm glad they're starting to fill my page with a lot more people from here.
Yeah. They are doing that.
I'm glad they're doing that now. I'm running into a lot of motherfuckers now.
I should take the pod device and do a video and put it on our YouTube.
Shit, hell yeah.
If it is what it is, but then I don't think I should because them niggas no more.
Shit, fuck it.
But you know, whatever.
We gotta do something creative. We gonna figure it out.
That weather
I got some things.
That weather break. We about to do a bunch of creative shit.
Hell yeah.
I was telling I told you my grandma moved down here, and she was asking, like, what I be doing. She's like, Grandma, when it's cold, I go to the gym and I go home. Around here, if you don't have to be outside,
ain't no point.
We try not to be outside. Like, niggas still might pop out every once in a while, go to a little club or something. The people that like to be in the nightlife like that.
Right.
But it's nothing like when that weather break.
Man, I know I'm getting older because I used to love the winter. I love the fact that nobody else was out. It's cold.
It hurts my body now.
Not even that it hurts my body. I just don't even want to fucking be in it. Mm-hmm. I step outside, I do one of them upper palms to the atmosphere, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
It hurts my body now, bro. I done been through too many like traumatic events in my life. I got too many like aches and pains that are like not going anywhere, and the cold weather intensifies them.
Understood.
And nigga, I be outside. I be so motherfucking broke up and body be all tight, and then like the shit that I normally do at the gym to stay loose, like the sauna and this and the third. When you do that shit in the wintertime and you come outside, it's like your whole shit just tightens right back up like you didn't do any of it.
Tighten right up because your nervous system.
It's just, oh my God.
This is what we're supposed to do to stay warm.
Yeah. No fun. Was it me?
It's on me. I got spoiled. This one's a little long. It says this is interesting. I just found this interesting, motherfucker. That's why I was talking about dudes do whatever they fucking want to say. Mm-hmm. Listen to this shit, bro. A woman faces a lawsuit after boyfriend had to remove part of his intestine due to childbirth simulation tests.
What?
Yeah. We're going to find out. It says a man in China has had to have part of his small intestine removed after his girlfriend made him endure 3 hours attached to a device that stimulates the pain of pregnancy.
Because they got the one that, I wonder if it's similar to the one, because they got the one that you can put on as a man to simulate the
contractions,
the contractions and like the period. Like,
oh, I didn't know that.
They got one that simulates like the contractions. They got one the cramping.
Hey, I'm good enough. Just kick me in the balls. But it says now she's facing a lawsuit from his family. childbirth ain't easy, blah blah blah. But the pain, the woman, who gives a fuck? The majority. I mean, we love women for doing what they do. I'm just saying this article right here. That's what don't misconstrue that shit. It says the majority of governments being run by men, blah 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 blah. Anyway, it says, well, a woman in the province of China wanted her boyfriend to know exactly what kind of challenges women have to face, according to an article. And the woman shared her story in a post. I don't know how to say that. Red Note.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Red Note.
Their TikTok.
Yeah. That says in it, she claims that she and her mother pressed her boyfriend to undergo the pain simulation in order to understand the hardships of women prior to their engagement. The simulation works by placing electrodes on the abdominal region, which give out electrical currents, mimicking the feeling of having contractions. A number of hospitals in China have been offering the service for over a decade, and it doesn't sound like the worst idea in the world. It doesn't. But I definitely think that every governor of states on whatever. It says, according to the unidentified woman, her boyfriend was reluctant at first, but ultimately agreed because he still wanted some of that sweet fortune cookie. And so they went to the medical center there in China. So they went to the medical center for the fake birthing experience. The process apparently involved 90 minutes of increasing the pain.
Jesus Christ.
90 minutes? Nigga, we only doing that for 5. We ain't paying nothing for it.
He said he wanted to simulate it.
We cuckold. 90 minutes of increasing the pain, followed by 90 minutes at the maximum pain level. That's 180 minutes.
Yeah.
God.
Sit 3 hours.
Shit. The woman said her boyfriend started screaming and struggling at level 8. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Swearing and crying at level 10, and by the end, he was gasping for air. She said, I know it sounded like a good idea, but 3 hours seems like actual torture. According to the South China Morning Post, commenters on the Red Note heavily criticized the woman. They said this girlfriend and her family seemed crazy. Yeah. The man actually ended up being seriously harmed by the extended torture session. He suffered abdominal pain and vomiting immediately afterwards, but had to return to the hospital a week later, where it was revealed that part of his small intestines had been damaged and had to be removed. Yeah.
As a man that has had to have some of his small intestines removed, I can tell you it is excruciatingly painful without going through all that. The intestines being fucked up is painful. And I mean extremely painful.
So, they canceled the engagement?
Yeah. Yeah, because fuck you.
His mother and the parent, the man, him and his mother are going to sue the woman. I thought they didn't say that at the beginning. Making him undergo such painful experiences, although you'd expect the medical center to be responsible, which I was thinking.
You signed a waiver.
Yeah, it says the lawyer claimed that the girlfriend could be held financially responsible if it's found the situation directly caused the injury. The woman maintains that she never meant to harm her boyfriend and that she would take full responsibility as long as he recovers. So, you know what? Kudos to her. You know what I mean? She loved him
a little bit.
She loved him. She just wanted him to feel it a little bit. But 93 hours? That's too long, bro. We ain't even going 5 minutes with me.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I ain't even doing it. I might do one shot and then you taking it off of me.
Yeah.
Fuck that. You're not doing that shit to me.
Yeah.
He ain't happy.
Nah, he ain't happy.
Nah, he ain't happy.
He ain't happy.
He ain't happy now.
Hey. So there's a new lawsuit going on right now with the Diddy situation. And these people are going to fake lawsuit that man into freedom.
Who?
People that are just piling on lawsuits that have no validity and
are
validity on Diddy. The newest one states that in 2018, some young lady was saying that, insinuating that Diddy had something to do with Tupac's murder. Diddy lost his shit and kidnapped her and she was sexually assaulted by Diddy, Odell Beckham Jr., the football player, Beckham, the soccer player,
David
Beckham, the soccer player, Drewski, and
Drewski?
and Jaguar Wright. And in the state, and in the
Only one of those I could believe.
and in the lawsuit, they said that it was that the bitch that they covered the bitch in baby oil, and Drewski was like sliding over the top of him like a water slide.
When was this?
Bro, listen.
Drewski just got famous like 2 years ago.
Boom. So Drewski's statement, and I don't have it in my phone. I wish I could read it, but I kind of remember basically what he said. Drewski's statement was like, "This is completely false. In 2018, I was still broke, living in my mother's house, and had no connection to anyone famous."
Right.
He said, basically, you know the spill. I feel for any real victims, but this is not.
It's not me.
This has nothing to do with me. And Odell Beckham kind of released something. Odell Beckham Jr. kind of released something in the same vein. But the shit is literally so far from true.
That's scary.
That everyone's laughing at it. But the thing is, we talk about it all the time. This puts
more of the real
on the doubt onto real people. Because if I'm looking at 30 cases and 25 of them are bullshit, by the time I get to the 5 that are real, I'm burnt out with the bullshit.
Yeah.
And now everything sounds like bullshit.
Drewski. Damn.
As Drewski said, in 2018, I was nowhere near famous.
Drewski did it. Damn.
Because I don't even think Drewski got, like, popping, like, going viral till 20 or 21.
Yeah, 2020, 21, because all that time where, you know, everybody had to reset. So,
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I started seeing him, but he was more like on commercials, or he would be on social media.
Well, that's what I'm saying, like, because, you know, he popped, like, doing skits, like, on Instagram and shit like that. But that was, like, 20 or 21.
Yeah.
Then, like, around 22, 23, you start
picking
seeing,
up
like,
steam.
commercials and things of that nature, and
now he got his own show.
I think the reason that she threw him in with that is she just didn't check her timeline because, you know, Puffy had and some type of a deal with Adidas where they was doing like it's like a campaign to like green earth type shit, like be better to the earth. And Drewski was like the comedic relief that was like going over to other like famous people's houses. And
Yeah.
you remember that shit?
Okay, that's how he got associated with Diddy.
Yeah.
All right. But he didn't go to no parties.
No. And it was he was fucking not famous back then. Yeah, so I wasn't a public figure in 2018. I was broke and living in my mom's house with no connection to the industry. That's one of the things Drewski said.
I can only take him in doses.
Drewski's hilarious to me.
He's hilarious, but sometimes he's annoying. And I can only take him in doses.
It tickles me, man. I like that like dry ass mean humor. And it tickles me sometimes. That nigga came out, that nigga said, he told buddy, you a grown ass infant. Nigga was like Somalian, you know how they be looking. He said, you a grown ass infant.
How old are you?
This nigga's a 39-year-old embryo. Nigga. Real quick hit. Donald Trump says he is nowhere near looking into.
But hold on. They never said nothing to David Beckham and
No, they ain't even respond. They ain't even respond. But Donald Trump says
I'll wait for that.
no. And it just came out yesterday, so I don't know if anybody had a chance to. The David Beckham, Odell, what you call it, Junior,
Odell Beckham,
whatever his name is, you know what I'm talking about. And Drewski was the first ones to respond,
Okay.
and nobody else has said nothing yet.
You know
but
what? You know what? She should have blamed Deshaun Watson, and she probably would have got somewhere.
he just lost $25 million, I think.
She would have got somewhere.
Yeah, I think
It sounds
I
believable.
think he just lost $25 million to his cousin, who said he was sexually assaulted.
He was humping the air.
No. This wasn't for the people that was touching. This is.
I'm saying that's what he was doing.
He got sued by his cousin, who said he was sexually assaulting her.
Oh, his cousin.
And I don't think
I didn't hear that first. My
Yeah,
bad.
and I don't think that he showed up to court, and the judge awarded her 25 M's.
Okay.
He been on there all day long talking about that shit. I wasn't even gonna say nothing about it because I'm so sick of talking about that nasty nigga.
Air Humper.
Yeah, that's him. But yeah, Trump says he is no way, any way, shape, form, or fashion considering pardoning Derek Chauvin in the George Floyd murder. He said he will stay in jail and do his time.
Where the fuck that come from?
Remember last week Elon Musk was pushing Trump to pardon Derek Chauvin?
Oh, shit, I don't know how I forgot about that.
Yeah. And Trump responded with like,
I guess I knew it was just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So.
But you know, Trump don't even say nothing about none of that type of shit. He came out and was like, nigga, no. Not doing that.
You went overboard, Musk.
Yeah, you're tripping.
Keep crashing your fucking shit.
Yeah, because you're tripping.
Spreading all this dust all around the whole world and shit.
You tripping.
Keep crashing your fucking spacecrafts. Or send your ass back to South Africa. You and your number name kid.
Mm-hmm.
This is my last.
They've been getting on his ass, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
They've been saying he's using his kid as a shield.
Hey. You look like type motherfucker.
Because every time they come out in public, he got a because he got like a Kevlar vest and shit on.
Yeah.
And now, but before, he never brought his kids anywhere with him. And now the kids are always there, and he always like he's always like holding one, or he's got a son on his shoulder, like he's out. Yeah. And they're like, nigga, this nigga is using his kid as a shield.
That kid's gonna have a nightmare if somebody really want to get to him.
Yeah. Because they can.
Yeah, that's
right past it.
Yeah.
Daddy head gonna explode all over your Transformer t-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's horrible, but we about to read into it, and it's not a fecal.
Okay.
Yeah, this is called Slaughterhouse.
Okay.
Happened 5 days ago. It says 9 students found slaughtered and dismembered.
Jesus Christ.
Were dumped next to bag of their own chopped off hands.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you see where this is going.
That's some cartel shit.
There you go. The bodies of 9 people who went missing in Mexico were found alongside a highway and brutally dismembered. Man dumped. Well, who wrote this? I'm reading it for word. The bodies of 9 people who went missing in Mexico were found alongside a highway and brutally dismembered man dumped next to a bag of their own hands. That's how the article reads.
Okay.
8 of the bodies found at the scene have been identified, with the 9th not being identified. The bodies recovered so far: Angie Lizzett, 29, Brenda Mario, 19, Jacqueline Aylett, 23, Noemi, 28, Leslie, she's 21, and Raul, who's 28, and Ruben Antonio and Rolando Armando.
Jesus.
Rolando Armando. Sound like he needed to get his hands cut off. Mexican authorities have been...
sound like a porn star.
It does. Mexican authorities have not determined any suspects so far. I cannot offer information. There are lines of investigation, but I cannot reveal them due to confidentiality. Adamus Pastor Benacourt of Puebla State Attorney, I don't know how to read all that, Attorney General's office said at a press conference, all relevant investigations are being carried out. When we have a response and the investigation is complete, we will be in a position to provide more information. Authorities discovered the victim's remains in the trunk of an abandoned car in San Jose. I can't pronounce that word. Located on the border between the Mexican states of Puebla and Oaxaca. There were 5 bodies found under a tarp near the car, as well as a bag that had the hands of each person chopped off.
Man.
Regarding this investigation, authorities located video of the vehicle traveling along the I'm not even gonna try it. Some highway. Yeah, it's too late and looks weird. The highway near the town of Atlixco, about 90 miles west of where the students' remains were discovered. Damn. It says, as reported by the blah, blah, blah. Nope. That's just, yeah. But these people were gagged, bound, and tortured. And I think somebody owed them a fair amount of money to the cartel, and they just happened to get caught up.
Yep.
Because everybody sounds like they were of Hispanic descent.
I remember Just a few years back, man, it was the craziest thing that I had like saw on video that the cartel. I've seen a bunch of shit the cartel be doing, and we all know what the cartel be doing. But there was two different cartels was beefing, and there was like a cartel that was on our side, on like the American side,
Yeah.
and a cartel that was on the Mexican side. And the cartel on our side
They wanted to break away.
had started like infringing into Mexico.
Oh. So they was just beating niggas up over there.
They was going over into Mexico doing bullshit, nigga, and the cartel pulled a dump truck up to like the border and dropped that motherfucker and dumped out like 25 headless bodies. All the cartel niggas that came from America to over there dumped them niggas out, and then they found their heads like in a car, in the trunk of a car down the road.
Damn.
All their heads just in the trunk of a car down the road.
That's
Yeah.
war.
They pulled up with the dump truck, nigga, boop, 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 and dumped that shit on the border, nigga.
That's war.
Yeah, here go your people.
I mean, shit.
Take them back.
Yeah. That's what we do to y'all.
Yeah, take them back, nigga.
That's crazy. They gotta fight each other. They can't even.
Listen,
It
bro,
is what it is.
I tell a story about my half of
On the
experience.
pizza, really?
Yeah, that was crazy. I tell a story about my little half of exchange with the cartel, man. Years ago, they was up here. They up here still now.
They're still here. They've been here.
But years ago though, they had approached me on some weed shit, and they was ready to drop off bales of that shit to me. And them motherfuckers wanted a copy of my ID, my address, like my mama name, and they was like, "Nigga, we give you this shit, but these is your deadlines. This is when you gotta have the money. This is when you," and it was just way too much pressure for me
Yeah, that
at
is.
the time.
So I'm mad trying to hurry up and do shit.
And
Fuck
crazy,
up.
because the crazy thing about it is, the one of the points of being a street pharmaceuticalist is the freedom.
Yeah.
The freedom to move. If I wake up today and don't want to sell nobody nothing, I don't have to.
I have to. I can go do whatever. the fuck
I can go
want
do
to.
whatever
Check
I
my
want
whole day
to.
off.
I can jack the next week off, as long as I know I can get right back into it.
Right.
And what they was talking about, even though like I could have made a bunch of money, I'd have been like damn near working like a slave. And it sounded like I wouldn't have been able to tell them I'm cool when I was ready to be done.
Right.
I told them niggas there, I appreciate the opportunity, man. I told them like a regular job, man. I appreciate the opportunity, man. Thanks for thinking of me, but
No, I'm good.
they're like, you sure? Like we got.
I'm all the way sure.
They was like, yeah, I got a 220 pounds in the back of my truck right now. You can have it right now. I'm okay,
Yeah,
sir.
I'm good.
I'll pass on that.
What happens if I get caught up?
Yeah. Oh, you know what happens.
Yeah, I mean, what y'all, say I'm good.
Yeah. How much do you think a Pokemon Charizard shaped Dorito would sell for an auction?
Oh, that motherfucker went for like 60, didn't it? It went up?
$87,000. $87,840 at auction.
Damn.
Cheeto shaped like the Pokemon Charizard sells for $87,840 at auction. It was sold on Golden's auction website to an anonymous buyer. Is it right there?
I was about to say they better do that. I mean, it looks like a Charizard.
It does. It looks just like it.
I don't know who got lucky and found that.
It's $87,000
Definitely wasn't a
richer.
black kid, because they would have ate it.
It's a no.
Look at this one. You look.
No.
What happened to my Charizard? I ate that motherfucker.
Yeah, I ate it, nigga.
I took all those funny nickels too, and I went and bought some ice cream with it.
What movie is that?
Crooklyn.
Yeah. Took a nigga whole coin collection.
Troy the boy.
Man. Where did it go? Okay. Would you have any more?
I'm done with
All right,
Karen.
I got some more currents. Let me run these off before we take a break. Suge Knight's not getting out of jail anytime soon. Suge Knight will stay in prison after his appeal on his 28-year manslaughter sentence has been denied.
Ain't that running that man over?
Yeah. Judge calls the appeal not sincere.
Yeah, it's not. He ran a man over, Suge.
Yeah. And the crazy part is, if you saw the nigga he ran over, you'd recognize him because he's been in like some of these movies.
Oh,
It's like a
he was an actor.
he was a street nigga that got some roles.
Okay, that's the mama from lady from Brewster's house. I was kept wondering who she was.
Who is it?
The lady, Frank's mama, right here in American Gangster.
Oh yeah.
The women in Brewster's house. She was the lady I sit in the window and the governor come by and talk to her. It was a fake governor that she was really married to in real life.
Him. He was in Training Day.
Looked like Paul Mooney. What's his real name? Like a young Paul Mooney.
That's his name. Unanimous. Yeah.
I'm trying to, it's like Incubus.
Yeah. But Terry Carter. That's his name.
Okay.
Yeah, that's yeah.
He ran him over. He killed him.
He was
Or was it attempted?
No, he killed him.
Okay.
He was on. He was well known out there in like the California shit. And remember, he did shit on the NWA movie set. But he was out there like working and like, but him and Suge was friends too. Like he was trying to like tell Suge to be cool, and he.
Hey, Suge did what he wanted to do. That's why he's in there. You gotta hold himself accountable on that plea deal. What was that? What, not a plea, but a what? Appeal. His appeal didn't sound too convincing. He should have been more. He should have sent some roses and some letters.
He should have.
To the judge or the warden or whoever he got to talk to. But I don't know. That's crazy though. Ran a man over. You're like a two-seater, wasn't he? I keep wanting to think he was in a.
No, he was in a truck.
He was in a little roadster.
He was in like a Dodge Ram or one of them. He was like a big pickup truck. And he's down there legally blind. He ended up in his driving. So, but you still can't be doing no shit like that.
Nah, you can't.
Alabama ain't playing with you niggas in these switches.
Yeah, Alabama's been on some shit.
Switches and Glocks.
Go ahead, I got one behind that.
That's how the story started.
Let me see the person. Oh, never mind. No,
okay.
Never mind.
This is how it started. It was one of those situations where I've been following it all week. So, Alabama senator wants to give life sentences to those using Glock switches. Any person who caused the death of another person using a machine gun Glock switch will be sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. That's not what actually he got panned out, but what he did get panned out is new law. Anyone in Alabama who owns or sells a Glock switch is guilty of a Class C felony, state level, punishable by up to 10 years in prison and a $15,000 fine. Tennessee said they're planning to do the same exact thing.
Only with the device, right?
Yeah.
Because, you can't bump fire like a motherfucker.
You can bump fire, but
only with rifles.
Yeah, but with that Glock, man, it turned that motherfucker into handheld machine guns.
Oh, yeah.
The new Alabama law makes owning or selling a Glock switch a serious crime. Like I said, 10 years up to prison, get $15,000 fine. Tennessee's thinking doing the same shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they on your ass. They on your ass. They sick of it.
There's too many wrong people getting hit. I thought the point was to shoot your enemy, not everybody. I want to spray the block. For what? The block ain't had nothing to do with it.
Niggas too pussy just to hit the enemy.
They just too pussy to fight it out.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. The mother of the kids that froze to death.
Oh, Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That kind of, I thought you were talking about something with the switch.
No. It was on the switch. It was on the switch. My bad. I was quick hitting. She's been getting, a lot of, like, somebody got her a house for her and the rest of the kids. And
For real?
yeah, somebody, like that GoFundMe type shit.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Detroit police have reportedly submitted a warrant request against the mother after her two children passed away in a van parked in a inside casino garage.
What were they trying to say? Of child abuse?
something like that. I'm about to find out. But basically, like, you know how like
I mean, because he tried.
you know how like in New York, shit got to go to the grand jury before they actually decide to make it a crime.
Okay.
And down here, they got to submit a warrant request to the DA, and then the DA has to decide if they want to actually pursue charges. So right now, the steps have been taken to ask the DA to pursue charges. The mother of two children found dead in Detroit's casino parking lot structure last month could be facing criminal charges. Sources confirmed that the Detroit police reportedly have sent a warrant request for charges against Tanaya Williams to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office. The homeless mother was living inside of a van in Detroit's Greektown Casino with her 5 children. The casino and the family, the 5 children and their family, when it was discovered one of her kids was not breathing. The van had run out of gas and was turned off sometime at night, which resulted in freezing temperatures inside the vehicle. As a family member transported the child to the hospital, you don't know the story. Okay. Officials believe the 2 children, Darnell Jr. and Amelia, froze to death, but medical examiners confirmed on Tuesday that the 2 children died from carbon monoxide.
That makes more sense.
Toxicity.
That makes way more sense.
Yep. The children's father, Darrell Curry Sr., spoke out about the passing, stating, "I went to the gym. As soon as I got on the treadmill, she called me saying, 'Can I make it to the hospital right now? They're gone,'" said Darnell. "I was hoping it was a sick joke, but it wasn't. I still got beef with Buddy, but I don't have a ton of beef with Buddy because I know how that scenario, but I'd have kind of pressed a little harder for mine."
Yeah.
But I understand.
It's hard to say.
That's why I said I don't have total beef with Buddy.
Right.
That's why he never got no fecal or nothing in my book.
Right.
And I don't know the actual details of everything.
I just think if she just kept pressing it, I would have asked.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what do we need to do? You know what I mean?
And like, I can't speak for nobody else. A nigga like me, just me personally, you seen how I am with my kids and my kids' siblings. She'd have brought them kids over here. Her and the other adults would have had to find somewhere else to go.
Well, of course. Y'all can sit here for about 2 hours, get warm, and figure out what you got to do.
Yeah, make some phone calls. Make some phone calls.
I might even give y'all some soup.
I'll order some food.
You see what I'm saying?
I got 50 wings on the way,
y'all
man.
Gotta figure out what the fuck y'all got to do. They can stay. They good.
Because while y'all figuring it out and eating chicken wings, I'm going to be making them kids take baths. And I'm going to be getting some pallets situated. And yeah. I seen I got that shit from my mama, man. My Aunt Linda, rest in peace. And my cousin Devin, who passed a couple weeks ago from the heart issues. Rest in peace. But when he was a kid, my aunt had got evicted from somewhere and she was on bullshit. And I won't discredit her name because she's passed, but she was on bullshit. And she came over here trying to use her son, the baby, as the key into the door. And my mama was like, "Hey, look, you've done more than enough to be on my bad side. You can drop that baby off and I'll make sure everything is okay with him. And you can go figure it out."
True.
She was like, "Well, I'm not leaving my baby nowhere." She said, "Well, then I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you either.
I don't know what to tell you. But if you decide to stop doing that and being stubborn, your child has a safe place to go. And you can go figure it out. The same way you've been figuring it out."
Exactly.
So I think at one point in time, she had like dropped him off over here and disappeared for a while. My mama was like, "Drop him off and go wherever you went when you disappeared." Now all of a sudden you gotta be with him.
You know.
But neither here nor there. But as just as me, I'd have pressed a little harder. But I don't understand. I don't know their dynamics. I won't throw Buddy under the bus.
Right.
And I'm just saying, some kids that's dead now, and it's. But that makes sense now if you're talking about carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
And not
the silent killer.
Oh, and an update on I got an update on and this is just from the brain because I forgot to write it down. Gene Hackman and his wife and the dog.
Oh, yeah, that's messed up.
Okay, remember we talked about it.
Yeah, no, I heard about what happened. Yeah,
Did you hear what like actually happened?
she was dead already for a week.
For a week, and he was just wandering around that bitch and dementia.
Dementia, yeah. But they never explained the dog.
The dog starved to death. Dementia.
But there was other dogs.
The other dogs figured it out.
All right.
They figured it out.
Because I just heard her story, and then I heard his story.
Yeah.
And they never said nothing
The
about
other dog, the story I read, the dog starved to death. And that's one of the reasons that they was like kind of ruling out that it was foul play, because that dog was dead, but it wasn't like somebody did something to the dog. It might have been one of them little bitty dogs that didn't...
Couldn't get up on nothing, can't do nothing for itself, get water or nothing like
the
that.
other dogs figured it out, because they was in rough shape too, but they was alive. And they said basically she died from, I forgot the name of the disease, y'all can do the Googles if you want to, but you get it from being bit by like a mouse.
Yeah, it was some kind of infection, like a rare infection.
Yeah, you get it from being bit by a mouse, and they said that it's not curable, but if you catch it in early enough stages, they got medicine that can make it just be okay.
Yeah.
Your whole life, but it didn't, and it took her out the game.
He
was wandering around the house for a week with dementia.
Imagine that dream.
Yeah.
I wonder who all visited him.
And then he just fell out from his heart giving out.
Like, how many movie roles did he go through before that?
He went through a whole bunch of shit in that head of his.
Whoa.
And then, yeah, so that was crazy work.
No, I mean, that's just crazy altogether. A whole week?
Yeah.
Nobody comes to check?
No.
Not even neighbors?
Nope.
Hey, I mean, it is what
and
it
as
is.
they said, after like 2 weeks, the gardening crew was like, we ain't seen nothing.
We ain't heard no dogs. We ain't seen nothing.
And like, I guess
ain't no dog shit to clean up.
At the time, because of like the dementia and shit, he was kind of because I remember them like kind of getting on TMZ for putting some pictures up of him because he was looking kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And he had like, because of the dementia and all that shit, you know, she was like 30 years younger than him. She was in her 60s, 60s or 70s, because he was 90 something.
Oh shit.
And he had like really fallen back from the public. So they lived like a real secluded life.
Yeah, recluse.
Yeah, so it wasn't like not normal to not see them.
Right.
But after 2 weeks, the motherfucking gardeners and shit was like, it's been 2 weeks. We don't never.
We ain't get paid.
We don't, and we ain't got paid.
We ain't get paid.
Yeah, that's the real shit. Yeah. That motherfucking invoice didn't
Somebody
clear.
didn't push that direct deposit button.
Yeah, that invoice didn't clear.
Mr. Hackman.
Mr. Hackman, the monies. the monies. Yeah, I paint.
I cut the grass.
I paint.
I paint. That's the name of this one.
I paint.
I paint. That's hilarious.
I paint. Where we at? We still quick hitting, ain't we?
I ain't got no more. Not until we get to Florida Man.
I got a couple more. It just tickled me. I was watching Breakfast Club yesterday.
Heard that niggas got canceled.
Watching Breakfast Club, and Just Hilarious was talking about Shaq. She said, I was in Shaq house the other day. Like, what you doing in Shaq house? She's like, ain't important. But I was at Shaq's house. She said, Shaq living like Neo. And he was like, what you mean? He said, man, Shaq got 4 of the baddest white bitches I've ever seen in my life just wandering around his house doing shit. One's giving him massages. One's cleaning up. One's doing this. One's doing that. And the dude was like, well, did one of them cook for you? She said, no, his chef was there. The chef cooked for me. The bad white bitches was just doing stuff. I said, Shaq is living life.
All right.
Shaq is living $700-800 million nigga life.
Nah, I just thought they got the backlash from what they said the other day about the boy with the cancer.
Nah, she did.
It's just her. I thought it was like her and what's the nigga name?
Envy or Charlamagne?
Not Charlamagne.
Envy.
Yeah.
Envious, as Rick Ross would call him. DJ Envious. And she made fun of it. I ain't even want to talk about Buddy because I ain't want to make fun of him either. Talking about the little boy that Trump used as the pawn.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That person.
That's why I ain't bring it up because I ain't want to. There was no way I could talk about Buddy without making fun of him.
Was that bad? It was that bad.
Yeah. So there was no way.
Because they was touchy feely on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I didn't watch it, but you know I'm a YouTube head, so everybody like just to get their clicks and views up, everybody was talking about it.
Right.
And shit. I watched a little bit, and I was just like, maybe I got to see the whole thing.
One of the pods that I watch, bro. I ain't never in my life laughed at shit that I shouldn't laugh at this much. One of the pods I watch, I won't even goddamn it say who it is. They was talking about the Gene Hackman shit, and they had the serious moment like we just had, and then one of the niggas on there, like how you was like, I wonder how many movies went through his head.
Yeah.
One of the niggas was like, the nigga had dementia. He was probably cussing her the fuck out. Bitch, get up. What's that smell? You ain't washing your ass?
Yeah, give me some of that.
Nigga, they went on like a 15-minute rant, bro, that brought me to tears.
That's crazy.
And it was so wrong. But it was hilarious. You got two more, and I'm going to say that last funny one for last. This one's funny. 4-year-old called 911 on his mama because she ate his ice cream.
That's what's up.
Called and told
Not really, but
called and told him, come get my mommy. And it's a black couple.
He knows what to do.
Listen.
Oh, he's a snitch.
A snitch in fucking training. He is a snitch in development. Nigga, not only did he call 911, listen, bro, he called 911. The mama realized that he called 911. Got on the thing. The dispatcher like, well, you really don't need anybody out there. She's like, absolutely not. You know, thank you so much. But you know, when stuff like that happens,
they send somebody anyway.
They'll still send a unit.
Welfare check.
Yeah, so they sent 2 female cops out there, and the lady answered the door, and she was real, like, lighthearted and blah, blah, blah. And so she was like, well, we just kind of need to know what happened. And she said, well, come here, come to the stairs. And he came, she said, little buddy, you called the police on your mom? He said, yes. Because she's been mean to me. She ate all my ice cream. It was my ice cream. Hey. Not he trying to sell his mama to jail. 4-year-old boy in Wisconsin wasn't having it after his mother ate his ice cream. So he decided to call law on her. 2 officers from the village of Mount Pleasant Police Department arrived on the scene and confronted the little one. They later returned the next day and brought him a sweet treat. That's why it's funny, because it was 2 women police officers. They came back the next day and brought him some ice cream. But the little video, if you could pull it up and find it, it's hilarious. Because Lil Buddy was serious, nigga. When they got there, it wasn't like, oh my bad. He was like, no, take her. Because it was my ice cream. She told me she wasn't going to eat it. I got home from school and it was gone. And as a nigga with a lot of kids, I have eaten things in that fridge that I wasn't supposed to touch. And them kids be pissed. Nigga, one day when my daughter first started working at, she'll be 18 here soon. She was like 14, she first started working. She worked at a little place, and the place had the pizza, whatever the place is, kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese situation. She brought home a whole pizza, put that motherfucker in the fridge, and bro, do not touch on top of it. Nigga, I ate that whole pizza. Cause who the fuck are you? And I put the empty box back in the fridge. You know, when she woke up, she was thoroughly pissed. It was a Saturday. I could tell she planned that meal for her whole day. And it was
different slices.
Listen, it was the pizza was broken into like 3 or 4 different parts. Like she really made that pizza for like some all day shit. The cheese pull on it was crazy. It was insane.
That's wrong.
Don't you ever bring no shit in my house talking about don't touch.
Yeah, next time you're going to get a laxative one.
Yeah, at least just offer me some.
I'm just saying you're going to get a laxative one.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Remember that fucking pizza, daddy? Yeah. Blow out your asshole. Blow it out your ass. Like Ludacris said. Hey, y'all like Ludacris, didn't you?
I'm going to go out there and take the tires off the car. We go out there and take the tires off the car. And I'm going to deduct how much them tires cost from how much I paid for a car. And until she want her tires back, she got to pay me back for them.
Yeah, but hey, she going to have to blow out your ass.
And we going to be in this house together because she ain't going to be able to leave. she going to have to listen to all this. Oh, man. Okay. And the last current is that girl that beat that lady all in the back of the head with the baton. And trying to act like...
that should have been your fecal. But go ahead.
Nah.
I think it is.
You right.
I think it is, but go ahead.
Nope. Break time. You 100% correct.
Because I got a lot of bad shit to say about that little girl and her family.
Yep.
And not because of her, but her family. Her mother and daddy.
You're 100% correct. That is a fecal. So those are the end of the current. So now it is officially break time.
Let's do it.
It's break time. All right, now we are back.
Nigga, we made it.
Nigga, we made it.
To Florida man, I got 3.
I got one. I'll go in between one of yours.
All right, I got the EDM biter.
I saw that on the hunt for Florida man. I seen that one.
And most of mine are short. So, Florida man sentenced to 6 years for biting deputy's head. Excuse me. At an EDM festival.
he was yeah. And that motherfucking shit was pumping. He couldn't help himself.
Yeah. A man who took a bite out of a Holmes County deputy's head
That's
during
crazy.
Soul Fest, wow, I can't believe they named it that. Okay, during Soul Fest, will go to prison. 34-year-old James Anderson
You can't bite a deputy and not go to jail.
of Westville entered a guilty plea Friday to aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer. The judge adjudicated Anderson guilty and sentenced him to 6 years in prison and another 10 years for probation after that.
Damn.
The deputy tried to arrest Anderson during the EDM festival Soulfest last May at Vortex Springs in Ponce de Leon. I hope I pronounced that right. Anderson tried to grab the deputy's gun, then bit him in the head. How the fuck? Okay.
Jesus Christ.
The bite removed a chunk of flesh and exposed the deputy's skull. Damn. The deputy has recovered from his injuries.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go ahead and kick mine in since we're on crazy shit. Florida woman accused of slicing man's face with a Pringle can.
How?
Here we go. On Thursday, March 6th, Shanikia Schillerdofer, 28, and she's a white girl. I seen the picture. Her name's Shanikia. 28, was arrested and charged with aggravated battery for allegedly striking a customer at a 7-Eleven convenience store on International Drive in Orlando with a can.
A tourist spot.
Yeah.
International Drive is a big
The incident
tourist spot.
began when the victim, identified as a Martin Wilburn of Florida, said a man allegedly approached him at 7-Eleven and made a comment about his vehicle. According to the arrest affidavit, Milburn said he asked Shanikia if she was with the man. She eventually struck him in the eye with the Pringles can and took off running, the affidavit alleges. Milburn was left with a significant cut on his right eyebrow and below his eye, which were bleeding, the deputy at the scene said. The cut looked significant and appeared that it would leave a scar, permanent scar, the deputy said. I'm with you. Who's writing this shit? Wow. Because I'm not reading exactly what it says. I'm like reading it and trying to make it make sense. While Wilbur was treated at the scene for his injuries, Shanikia was located near the store by other deputies who brought her back, and she was identified. Brought her back to 7-Eleven. She was identified. Milburn identified her and the suspect as a suspect, and the deputies read her Miranda rights. When the deputies asked her what had happened, she said Milburn was saying rude things to her and being disrespectful. She said Milburn at one point called her a cunt.
Oh,
Milburn told the deputies that he was buying a drink and all he asked was if she knew the guy outside.
wow.
According to Milburn, she responded by saying, "That's my man," and turned around and hit him above the eye with a Pringles can. A witness told deputies all the guy was doing was informing me of another male customer that was laying down on the side of the building. According to the affidavit, the female called the guy a bitch and whacked him with the Pringles, which literally went flying down the aisle after she hit him. The male customer's eyebrow was split open.
Oh.
She left on foot. That's what the witness stated.
She popped him with the bottom of the
Yeah. He said, "Hey, man, you know there's a guy on the side of the building sleep?" She said, "That's my man, motherfucker," and hit him with a Pringles can.
When was she called a cunt?
Never. That's what she said he said. And he was like, "I absolutely did not." And the witness was like, "He did not." Authorities took a picture of the Pringles can as evidence, booked her. She is being held without bond,
That's fucked up.
and it's unclear if she has I took a bad screenshot, but that's her. That's Shanikia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So basically, Buddy was just like, he was concerned because there was a nigga outside
On the curb.
on the curb slumped, and she lost, "That's my man, motherfucker," and then tried to lie and say he called her a bunch of crazy shit to try and justify hitting that man in the
That is
face
crazy.
with a Pringles can. Why did she hit him with one of them, like the smaller Pringle cans? Like the little, the
Yeah.
one that's at the gas station like this?
Yeah, and it
'Cause
was
I
in
can't
her
see her
hand.
like loading up with a big one.
I could. She's holding it. And
Either way, cut his
she
shit
cut
up.
him up, you know.
Cut him up.
But that plastic got him. Whichever one it was, it
Cut
got him.
him up.
My next one is force meds. Florida man nearly beat 74-year-old to death before forcing pills down his throat.
Jesus Christ.
Robert Carter, 54, has been charged with attempted murder, according to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office.
Manatee? Like the animal?
I think so.
Okay.
It says a 54-year-old man has been charged with attempted murder after deputies said he nearly beat a 74-year-old to death before forcing handfuls of pills down his throat. The incident happened just before 3 p.m. Sunday at a home in the Dale Webb community of Parrish. Okay, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office said. Deputies said they were responding to reports of domestic violence before encountering the suspect, Robert Carter, covered in blood at the front door. Inside the home, deputies added that they discovered a 74-year-old man lying on the ground in a pool of blood. Carter was arrested after he reportedly confessed to beating the 74-year-old and forcing handfuls of pills down his throat. The sheriff's office said the victim was taken to a local hospital to be treated for his injuries, which included a swollen eye and severe head trauma. The 74-year-old is in stable condition, according to the agency. Carter was also hospitalized for injuries he sustained during the incident, so he beat himself up, and has provided a full confession to detectives. At this time, the investigation is still ongoing.
Oh my God.
So it was too much, too new to rate. And then this one is Smack and Cheese. No, excuse me, Smack and Chase.
Smack and Chase?
Smack and Chase. Florida man strikes police horse, leads to wild horseback chase in the crowd.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I saw that one.
You saw it?
Yeah, that's why I was about to get it,
Oh, okay.
and I didn't.
The video shows there was a video that's happening in Ybor City. I don't know how you pronounce that. It's Ybor City. Video shows the moment a Florida police officer on horseback pursued a 22-year-old suspect after he struck the officer's horse. The body camera video shows the Tampa Police Department mounted patrol officer and horse clearing a busy street in Ybor City on March the 9th. It says Ybar's closed, time to go home. The officer can be heard on the video on top of his horse. We're making their way through the crowd. So however moments later, the officer can be heard saying, "Do not touch the horse." Police said Justin Riera then allegedly struck the police horse before running off into the crowd.
He stole off on the horse.
Attempted to evade apprehension. The horse can be seen galloping through the crowd as the officer went after it. Riera said, "Stop, you're under arrest, watch out." That's what the officer said. Eventually, officers were able to apprehend him. So that's a felony to hit a horse. Damn.
It is. It's an officer.
Yeah. Riera was
That's
booked.
like beating up one of them dogs.
Exactly. Riera was booked into the Hillsborough County Jail on one felony count of offenses against police animals for touching or striking the horse, named Mount Opus, and one misdemeanor count of resisting an officer without violence. The Tampa Police Department reminded the public that canines and mounted patrol horses are considered officers and are protected by the law.
Yeah,
Engaging with these animals requires permission from their handlers.
Yes, it does.
That's crazy. But that's the end of that one.
Is that it for the Floridas?
That's it for Florida.
All right, it's time for a little melanated.
Yeah, a little bit of positivity.
I got a couple, and I gotta give credit when credit is due. So this first one, you gotta ride with me on how I figured this out. So there's on HBO Max, there's a new series called The Pit, and it's kind of like a new age ER. It's about the emergency room, and they call the emergency room The Pit. So it's all
okay, that makes sense.
it's all the crazy shit that's going on in The Pit. And in this particular episode of The Pit, there was a older black man who was suffering from a level of dementia, and he was having heart issues. They were trying to figure out what was going on with his heart, and what exactly was going on. And he was like spouting out medical
Jargon.
like, but he was right.
Okay.
So they were trying to figure out like what exactly, who he was, what he did. He knew doctors that had ran that hospital for 20 years. Like he knew them, and nobody could figure out what was going on. So his grandson shows up finally because somebody got in touch with his next of kin. Shows up and he asked, and the head, the nigga that runs the ER, was like, what? Well, one of the reasons he really intrigued him is because he started spouting off shit that a doctor told him, who was the same doctor that taught the nigga that runs the pit. So when his grandson gets there, he's like, "What did your grandfather do for a living?" He's like, "He was a janitor for 40 years. He was like, "So nothing in the medical field?" Boom, boom. He was like, "Oh, he was when he was a kid, he was part of the Freedom House." And the white guy's like eyes lit up. He was like, "Oh my God, he's a legend." And then he has like a whole moment with all the people, and he tells how like the Freedom House is how EMS even got started. And it was so like authentic in there. I was like, I wonder if he's telling the truth. So I looked it up, and this is one of those the more you know moments. So the Freedom House Ambulance Service was the first emergency medical service in the United States to be staffed by paramedics with medical training beyond basic first aid. Founded in 1967, the predominantly black Hill District of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it was staffed entirely by African Americans. Freedom House Ambulance Service broke medical ground by training its personnel to previously unheard of standards of emergency medical care for patients en route to hospitals. The paramedics training and ambulance design standards pioneered in the Freedom House Ambulance Service would set the standard for emergency care nationally and even internationally. Despite its success, the ambulance service was closed 8 years after it began operating, and once they saw it was working, they stole the idea and fired all the black people and made it white. And everything that they did and set up is what we know now as paramedics.
That's crazy.
And like I said, I really got to highlight that show because they really made a point. They made such a point that I had to look up and see if the shit was real. But they made such a point to highlight this particular thing. Because when like you told him, the man was like, he's a living legend. And they were like, what do you mean? He was like, you don't know? And he went into like a whole detailed breakdown. And he basically said exactly what I just read. I just read this in the Wikipedia. But he basically said this on the show.
That's crazy.
And so that was dope for them to highlight it on HBO. But even doper to find this out because I had no clue.
And what's the name of the show again?
The Pit.
The Pit.
Yep. But the Freedom House Ambulance Service, they were saying that prior to that, the most you might get is if you was fucked up enough, some cops might throw you in the back of the car and drop you off at the hospital. Like there was no ambulance service. There was nobody trained to do anything to you when they got to you. If you lived till you got to the hospital in the back of whatever car they took you in, you just did. This is what, when I said founded in 67, all black. It was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the Hill District. And what they did became the standard for all EMSs to this day. So that you can put a pin in motion. We can be thankful black people did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that was really dope. And I found that out on some and the people that started it, that's what I was looking for, was a Dr. Ron Stewart and a Dr. Paul Paris. Those are the ones, and a Dr. Nancy Carolyn, which was also a black woman. Those are the three people that started it and trained everyone. Because it was a bunch of, it was 3 doctors.
Right.
Two full-blown doctors and a med student who trained a bunch of teenagers. And then loaded them up in station wagons and saved lives for damn near a decade. And then when the white folks saw it was working great, they stole it and made what we know now is emergency services.
As they do.
As they do. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to the, what's the name of it again? The
Pit.
No. Shout out to that show for introducing me to it. But shout out to the Freedom House Ambulance Service. Started in 1967, which became the gold standard for anything that EMS does today. Everything is built off the back of that.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So, shout out to that. I got one more. And this is dope too. And this is more lighthearted. Boom, where we at? That's how you know I was intrigued. I literally took a screenshot off the TV show while I was watching it, and then did my Googles to figure out what the fuck they was talking about. Okay. And this one goes to a Miss Pamela McGee. She is the first WNBA player to have children play in both the NBA and the WNBA.
Is she still playing too?
No. She's getting retired. She's one of the first. Her son is JaVale McGee. He won championships with the Golden State Warriors and with the with the Lakers. He won a ring in the bubble with LeBron, and he won like 2 with Golden State. And Pamela and JaVale McGee are the first mother and son duo to both win Olympic gold medals. She won an Olympic gold medal as a basketball player in her time, and he won one in his time.
That's what's up.
And her daughter, which is Imani McGee Stanford, she's in the WNBA now. And her son, that's her son, JaVale McGee. He's a 4-time champion. That's Pamela McGee. She played for the Sparks with Lisa Leslie and them back when the WNBA first got jumping. And that's the daughter, Imani McGee.
Where's she going?
She's in the league now. I don't know exactly where she's at.
I remember dude's face.
JaVale McGee? Yeah, because Shaq used to fuck with him a lot. He be on that Shaq and the Fool shit. Because he's a goofball, but he's a fucking hooper. And that's just dope as hell to...
Yeah.
Your whole family that went to the league, that went pro and beyond pro, champions and gold medalists.
Right. I mean, it's almost like a Manning. Except for one Manning is missing. Good old Rex.
The older brother. His son is up next though.
He wasn't a quarterback. Yeah, his son coming. His
Yeah,
son's coming like this year?
Yeah, Archie.
Yeah.
Archie Manning. And they say, nigga, and I've seen some videos of Archie. Or not Archie, Arch.
Arch, yeah.
Arch Manning, that boy cold. That boy cold.
We gonna see. Can't wait to get him in the.
Hey, that boy, that from what I see thus far, that boy's cold. And they got one that's younger that's a fucking monster. He's kicking ass in high school and shit like that.
That's what's up.
And sometimes that should be in the blood. But shout out to the McGee's, man.
Hell yeah.
That's just a hell of a pedigree. And that first mother and son duo to win a gold medal ever. Not the first black mother and son duo. The first mother and son duo, period. And to have that be a black family, that is the epitome of melanated magnificence.
That's what's up.
It's time for the Fecals.
Time for the Fecals.
You know, I only got one.
I got two.
I got one.
Just walk away. You'll hear why I say that. Starts off with the title. It says, "Fuck you." Hold on, let me get that. There we go. "Fuck you. He is not going to bite me." Boyfriend jealous of a 5-year-old getting too much attention beat him to death for being
5-year-old.
That's why I said just walk away.
Oh, I hope he goes to hell.
32-year-old man in Indiana is accused of killing his girlfriend's 5-year-old son, allegedly beating the boy to death and then coaching his mother on what to say to the police. Dumb bitch. Bryce Bainham was taken into custody on Tuesday and charged with 1 count of murder in the child's horrific death. Bainham is also facing an additional count of interfering with the reporting of a crime for allegedly preventing his girlfriend from calling authorities and getting her son medical help.
It's crazy work.
It says officers at about 7:16 a.m. on Sunday, March 2nd, 2025, responding to a 911 call in reference to an unresponsive 5-year-old male at a residence in the 2200 block of Normandy Drive, which is about 150 miles north of Indianapolis. Why don't they just say fucking what city it is?
That's like Fishers or some shit. Or
150 miles?
No, 150 miles. That's like Terre Haute.
No. That's north. It's 150 miles north of Indianapolis. So that's got to be like, what?
That's up there with
like Angola?
Like where Notre Dame and shit is at.
Yeah. Uniform patrol.
What was it? What part of Indiana was it?
It just said north. It said 150 miles north of Indianapolis. Uniform patrol officers arrived at Michigan City.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's almost one because I got to ride past Michigan City to go to where my people from.
The uniform patrol officers arrived at the scene along with the Michigan City Fire Department.
Oh, well, he ain't got far to go. The penitentiary right there.
And LaPorte County Emergency Medical Services and located the victim inside the home. He was rushed to the Franciscan Hospital for treatment. Due to the severity of his condition, the boy was flown to the University of Chicago Children's Comer Hospital.
Comer?
No, Comer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I don't know. That's somebody's last name. I don't know. Hospital for more advanced. Like it does. Medical treatment. Unfortunately, he succumbed to his injuries and was declared deceased at 7:02 p.m.
Damn it.
Do you want to hear about his autopsy and all that?
I don't want to.
Nah, we'll leave that alone. It's too damn long.
He beat that boy to death.
He beat him to death. That's good enough.
You know what transpires in a beating to death? Head trauma and organs damage.
Organ damage. What you call that?
Bleeding and
what do you call that?
Hemorrhaging and ruptures and
ocular. What's it called? Ocular.
Orbital socket.
Orbitable. Yeah.
Orbital ruptures.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking for.
Yep.
That's on you now, sir.
All right. Well, mine goes to that young lady that decided to beat that girl in the head with that goddamn baton in the middle of a race.
That's just
Alenia Everett, a senior track runner in Virginia, has been charged with 1 count of assault and battery after a viral video showed her seemingly striking an opponent, Kalina Tucker, in the head with a baton during the race. Everett it has insisted that the incident was an accident. The Portsmouth NAACP has come to her defense. Boo.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
In the statement released on March 12th, the organization declared Lenya is not an attacker. Tucker suffered a concussion and a potential skull fracture. And that's all I have on here, but I've seen the video.
I'm as sure as everybody else, too. And we about to go in on this.
Yeah, by all means.
These motherfuckers out. More so the parents.
Because that girl
Of the attacker.
Saw that young lady passing her. And she struck her, I want to say 3 times before the girl actually stopped running and fell off to the side. Mm-hmm. Maybe 4. And she is trying to say that she tripped
And lost her balance.
Now,
Because she cut into her lane.
bless me, thank you. I watched that video, and she looked over and saw that girl passing her and reached into that lane and smacked that girl in the head with that motherfucker a good 3 times. Now, I don't want to say 4. I think it's 4. But let's just say 3. Because I'm not quite sure. But I'm positive it was 3. Because on the 3rd or the 4th one, the girl grabbed her head and stumbled off
Into the sideline.
into the sidelines. And she trying to say she lost her balance and hit that girl in the head.
I never seen a wobble. I
No.
never seen a stumble.
Now,
I
as,
never seen a toe clipping.
as a man whose ex-wife put herself through college running track, and I've had 2 of my children run track, I have never in my life seen anything like that.
Never seen it at all in the history of track.
Yeah, and I've been to track meets, like, that's why I said, like, personally. Like, niggas.
No, I have too.
Yeah. I ain't never seen no shit like that. And I watch track on TV because when my kids got into it, I got into it. And then with the old girl, I just watch a lot of track now.
Man,
Sha'Carri Richardson over
Here's
there.
the fucked up part. If it were an accident,
Mm-hmm.
why did you not stop fucking running and run over there with her to see if she was alright? Because at that point, fuck the race, I'm already lost. She kept booking.
I'll take the first one as an accident. But as you know, if you ever hit somebody in the head with something, you also feel that happening.
Yeah. Especially with a metal rod in your hand.
Yeah. So you felt the first time that bitch said blink.
Mm-hmm.
And you felt the second time that bitch said blink. And you felt the third time that bitch said blink.
But it was an accident.
And fuck fuck the NAACP for this shit, because they need to stay the fuck out of it. Because these is 2 black girls. And how you gonna pick sides? How you gonna decide one black girl is more fitting for your help than the other one?
I have.
Because the other one's a victim.
Yeah.
And so
It was
you didn't
physically assaulted.
clearly. And so you didn't, if you decided to give some help, you done went on the wrong side of help. And like you said, you know more about what her parents said. So I'll give
Yeah,
that to you.
parents, you know what I mean? They sitting there, well, my daughter's not like that. She would never. Obviously.
But she did it.
Your daughter did it.
She did it.
You watched it. The other parents watched it. The other parents' parents watched it. And the only people who want to lie about it is the people that could possibly be in trouble, which is,
Yep.
is it an NAACP held event?
You know, NAACP isn't a.
But I mean, is it?
No, it was a high school.
It's a high school, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, so what the fuck they got to do with it?
They
Get
just
the fuck
showed
out
up.
of that. The guy that had the rules and regulations talking about, because he was saying, and I kind of listened to what he was saying, because he's, you know, that's his profession.
Yeah.
So he was saying as they're coming around and they're cutting.
She
into
went
each
into her
other's
lane.
You know, they're dropping into the lanes. She's supposed to wait a full stride before. How you know how far a motherfucker is behind you?
But also, even with that, if you watch the video, she reached over and hit that girl. It wasn't like the
She
girl.
was directly in front of her.
It wasn't like the girl cut into her lane and she was, because if she cut into her lane directly in front of her and her motion was like this and she happened to hit her, you could sell me.
I can see that.
But she reached over.
And here a couple times. What was that?
A few times.
What was that show? It was some puppets. And it was like a little green puppet and another puppet, and one of them had a stick, and it just kept popping the other one upside the head. That's what the fuck it looked like. I can't remember what movie that was.
I can't remember it either.
Because he was like the sun and the moon came out after he got done cracking his head.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I think it was Big. It's either Big or the Princess. Nah, it definitely wasn't Princess Bride. I think it was Big, but I'm not sure. But because the stars and shit start rolling out. But that shit's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Never in the world of sports you've seen that.
It's that new age shit, bro.
Like I said, like if it was me and I did it to sell that shit, because I knew I just fucked up, I'm going to the sideline with her. And I'm,
oh my God.
How you do a little cousin or something that you fucked up a little bit?
Yeah, shh, you okay? Shh, you okay? I didn't mean it. We were both playing.
But shit, my last feature.
She better get her little career ruined though.
Yeah, it's done.
Because that nigga, the video is very clear.
It's done, and it's forever. It's not going anywhere. They got multiple angles on angles.
On angles.
Is that Dora? Who are your kids with in that picture?
Doc McStuffins.
Doc McStuffins. Okay, it looks like Dora. I'm just now noticing that for some reason.
Doc McStuffins.
It just stood out.
It was at
I'm like, who's that big person?
It was on a cruise or Disney World or one of them. Just as with Doc McStuffins. You remember Doc McStuffins?
No.
Yeah, Doc McStuffins was a big deal, and she was like a little. That was one of the reasons I supported the kids. Like fucking with her, she was a little girl black doctor.
Okay. Well, while you're looking her up, I'm gonna do this one real quick. This is my wife,
Doc McStuffins.
Big ass head.
Yeah, that's the lady.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, she was a little girl.
When did she come out? Like when did it start? Don't say.
She had to be about 08-ish. Or Doc McStuffins was a 6-year-old doctor. The first episode was 2012.
Oh, okay. Oh, the first. What's that? London Olympics.
London Olympics. Yeah. My kids love Doc McStuffins, and I wasn't mad at it because it's a black lady being a doctor.
I feel you.
A black child being a doctor. So,
the person that this article is directed to, he is not the piece of shit.
Okay.
It is his wife and what happens. It says, this is called My Wife Punk. He said, it starts off, it says, I often. Man comes home early from road trip to find wife in bed with a teen.
Oh, Lord.
Stabs the kid to death and stuffs body in the trash.
Damn.
Yeah, Tennessee man returning home from a trip was allegedly met with an unwelcome surprise when he arrived home. His 31-year-old wife in bed with the barely 18-year-old boy. Because they say barely 18-year-old man, he's a boy. Authorities say 41-year-old Jonathan Belk proceeded to stab 18-year-old Billy J. Floyd. He sounded like he needed to be Billy J.
Oh, Billy J. was getting
Billy J. pulling all the trim.
Yeah, he was getting that cat.
He's cat daddy. Billy J. Cat daddy to your service. It says
Rest in peace, Billy.
He was stabbed to death and stuffed, and his body was stuffed in a trash can. Damn. Said it happened Saturday at a home in the 400 block of Powerline Road in Dunlap, which is about 40 miles north of Chattanooga. When police arrived at the home, they found Belk standing in his doorway covered in blood. Okay. Yeah, cops discovered Floyd's body in the fetal position stuffed in the trash can, according to the cops. Belk later allegedly admitted to detectives that he attacked Floyd. Belk's wife also injured in the attack. She arrived in the hospital suffering from several stab wounds. Detectives asked Belk if he was concerned about any major issues other than his legal woes. He says, I'm worried about my relationship with my wife due to the fact that I often, well, now she's going to get hit by everybody else, brother. Belk is now facing, and you're going to have Tinkerbell in jail. Belk is now facing several charges, including criminal homicide. He remains at the, Sequatchie County Jail. Floyd was from Jasper and went by Lil Bill, his obituary said. He turned 18 3 days before his death. He enjoyed hunting. We don't care about that. So the family friend stated they started to go from, I don't care. He shouldn't have been fucking with a married woman. How about that?
Yep.
Now, that's why he's the piece of shit. Actually, the wife. The wife is the piece of shit. Because she's out here cheating while her man's out here going on trips and working and such. And he offed him. But that's the end of that, sir. And this is I Paint.
I paint.
I Paint.
They tell me paint, I paint.
Hell yeah. Shit. We gave y'all a good one today.
Yeah, you got a good one.
Good lengthy one too.
Yeah.
But y'all niggas enjoy. Because I'm hungry.
Peace, peace.
Peace to the Middle East.